Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the craziest challenges we've ever done, going from a one car to a 100 million masterpiece of automotive luxury and engineering. You're about to witness a mind-blowing ride through junkyards, used car lots, high-end showrooms, and private collections that only billionaires have access to. Buckle up, because this isn't just a car video, it's a full-blown adventure. Our story begins in the most humble way imaginable, with a single dollar and a dream. We hit the pavement, literally, looking for a car that costs just $1. We found ourselves in front of a beat-down garage with a cardboard sign that read, "Willing to buy your junk car for $1." Most people ignored us. Some laughed, but one man led us to a pile of rust and regret. A crumbling old sedan with no windows, missing headlights, and moss growing inside. The engine looked like it hadn't run since the 80s. But for $1, it was ours. The moment we touched the door handle, it snapped off. Sitting in the car felt like entering a time capsule of decay. Moldy seats, wires hanging out, and a squirrel nest in the glove box. We tried to start it, and somehow miraculously it sputtered to life with a backfire that scared birds off the power lines. We took it around the block like two kids on a roller coaster made of duct tape and prayer. Moving on, we scraped together 100 for our next ride. We found it behind a gas station, where an old man was finally letting go of his '92 beater. It had more dents than paint, the exhaust hung loose like a broken arm, and the stereo played nothing but static. Still, it could technically drive. We took it for a spin, and the entire experience felt like riding a washing machine on wheels. From there, we jumped to a 500 Buccia car with character, if not charm. It had 4 working tires, a partially intact windshield, and a door that sometimes opened. The ceiling liner hung down like a hammock. The seats were a mystery-stained museum, and the AC blew warm air no matter what we did. But hey, at least it had a radio. At 1-0, we could afford a car that looked somewhat normala used 2003 sedan with a cracked dashboard, squeaky brakes, and a rear bumper held up by hope. It actually started on the first try, which was a shock. We took it through city streets and felt oddly proud. The 2-0 mark opened new doors. Suddenly, cars didn't look like they came from a scrapyard. We got a decent Honda Civic, still clinging to its dignity. It had faded paint and bald tires, but it ran like a champ. We even managed a mini road trip in it, and it held up surprisingly well. At 5-0, the jump was real. Now, we were in the land of reliable used Cars 2010 models with working windows, cruise control, and even backup cameras. We test drove a few, landed on a clean 2012 sedan, and marveled at how quiet the engine was. It didn't scream or shake. It purred. When we hit 10-0, we started attracting attention. People asked us what we did for a living. The car had alloy wheels, a decent sound system, and seats that didn't smell like gym socks. We could finally park it in a decent neighborhood without getting weird looks. Then came the 20-0 range. We entered a dealership with AC and free coffee. The car we got? A sporty hatchback with touchscreen infotainment, Bluetooth, a panoramic roof, and seat warmers that actually warmed. Driving it felt like a tech upgrade, not just a vehicle change. At 30-0, we tested out a lightly used Tesla, Moon Doe 3. Quiet, smooth, and surprisingly quick. We tapped the screen to control everything: doors, climate, even the music. At 50-0, it wasn't just about tech, it was about feel. We stepped into an Audi A5 with leather seats, dynamic drive modes, and ambient interior lighting that made nighttime driving feel like being in a lounge. As we crossed into the 75-0 territory, things got serious. We sat behind the wheel of a brand new Porsche. The grip on the road was incredible. It responded like it knew what we were thinking. This wasn't transportation, it was an experience. We took it on mountain curves, pushed it just a little too fast, and felt the thrill of precision engineering. Then came the 100-0 threshold. Now we're in luxury territory where craftsmanship meets power. We drove a BMW M5 and felt the engine roar with a refined fury. The leather felt like butter, the tech was futuristic, and the attention on the road? unreal. Jumping to 250-0, we stepped into the supercar world. Our first was a Ferrari 488, bright red, curvy, impossibly low. Turning it on was like waking a dragon. The acceleration pressed us into our seats and the engine sang like opera mixed with thunder. We could feel the stares everywhere we went. Then came the Lamborghini Huracan. Sharp edges, scissor doors, jet fighter interior. It was hard not to feel like a movie star. The moment we revved it, people pulled out their phones. Every drive felt like a scene from Fast Furious. When we hit the 500-0 range, things turned surreal. We visited a private collection and met the Bugatti Chiron. Its design was flawless, its power indescribable. Over 400 horsepower, speeds over 260 miles per hour, and an interior that looked like it belonged in a spaceship. Just pressing the start button felt like launching into another reality. We toured its parts carbon fiber shell, titanium bolts, a handcrafted engine that takes 400 hours to build. It was less a car, more a masterpiece. At 1 million, cars become rarer than gold. We saw a McLaren Elvano windshield, just pure speed. Driving it was like riding wind. Every second behind the wheel was adrenaline and elegance in harmony. Then we stepped into a Koenigsegg Jesko at 2 million. This was science fiction on wheels. It had a 5L twin-turbo V8, active aero, and a track mode that made it stick to corners like it was glued. The door opened upward in a motion so fluid, it looked animated. At 5 million, we visited Pagani's HQ. Each Huayra is tailored to its owner. Italian artistry, carbon titanium chassis, gear levers like exposed clockwork. It wasn't just built, it was sculpted. The 10 million realm introduced us to cars built for kings. A one-off Bugatti La Voiture Noire, completely blacked out, with a quad-turbo W16 engine and detailing so exquisite even the rear-view mirror had gold leaf. The keys were diamond-studded. At 20 million, we rode in the Rolls-Royce Boat Tail. The back opened like a luxury yacht, refrigerated champagne holders, a parasol, custom crockery. The roof was removable. The ceiling mimicked a starry night. Every switch felt handcrafted. Then came the crown jewel, the 100 million car. Stored in a climate-controlled garage, under 24-hour surveillance, and rumored to be the only one in the world. A hyper concept combining performance, sustainability, and out-of-this-world design. A solar-assisted hybrid hypercar made from experimental alloys, with AI driving assistance, customizable body morphing panels, and a projected dashboard that follows your gaze. The seats adjusted in real time based on posture. The tires had smart sensors, and the finish infused with micro diamonds sparkled differently under every light. Driving it felt unreal, like we were piloting the future. From a crumbling one junker with a prayer for brakes to a 100 million work of moving art, this journey wasn't just about cost, it was about transformation. Every car was a snapshot of human creativity, effort, and vision. And if this proves anything, it's that you don't need a fortune to start, you just need a spark. Thanks for joining us on this unbelievable road trip through the entire car universe. If you loved this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.